Death Valley is the lowest place in the U.S. and holds the global record for the highest recorded air temperature.
The world may be overflowing with humanity, but there are still unexplored and mysterious places that remain untouched by human hands.
As idyllic as Snake Island might seem for snakes, its isolation is no guaranteed protection for its unique inhabitants.
Some of these uncharted territories are downright dangerous and peculiar. Join us as we uncover 20 of the scariest unexplored places on Earth. Number 20, Snake Island, Brazil. Off the coast of Sao Paulo, Brazil lies a place so dangerous that the government has banned all human visitation. Snake Island, also known as Ilha da Queimada Grande, is a mere 93 miles from the bustling city. But it might as well be a world away. The island is home to the golden lancehead viper, one of the most venomous snakes on the planet. These deadly serpents slither through the dense rainforest, their potent venom capable of killing a human within an hour. With a snake population estimated at 1 per square meter, it's no wonder that the Brazilian Navy has declared the island off-limits. The last known human inhabitants, a lighthouse keeper, and his family met a grim fate when a group of snakes invaded their home through the windows. Today, the island remains a forbidden paradise, its beauty masking the lethal danger that lurks beneath the canopy. Number 19. Sinabung Volcano, Indonesia. In the heart of Indonesia, a sleeping giant awakened after 4 centuries of slumber. Sinabung Volcano, located in North Sumatra, roared back to life in 2010, catching nearby villagers off guard. The eruption spewed ash and debris miles into the sky, blanketing the surrounding landscape in a layer of destruction. In the years since, Sinabung has remained active, with periodic eruptions that have claimed lives and forced thousands to flee their homes. The volcano's unpredictable nature has earned it the highest alert level, with a 4-mile exclusion zone enforced around the crater. Despite the danger, some villagers refuse to leave, drawn by the fertile soil the volcano provides. For now, Sinabung remains a powerful reminder of nature's might, its smoke-filled summit, a warning to all who dare to venture too close. Number 18. North Yungas Road, Bolivia. Winding through the Andes Mountains of Bolivia, the North Yungas Road has earned a reputation as one of the most dangerous routes in the world. Nicknamed Death Road, this narrow, 43-mile stretch connects the capital city of La Paz to the Amazon rainforest. With sheer drops of over 2,000 feet and no guardrails, the road claims an estimated 200 to 300 lives every year. Crosses and memorials line the route, a sobering reminder of those who never completed their journey. The road's narrow width, often barely exceeding 10 feet, means that vehicles must navigate carefully to avoid plummeting off the edge. Rainfall can make the dirt and gravel surface treacherous, while fog can reduce visibility to near zero. Despite the risks, thrill-seeking cyclists flock to the road, drawn by its stunning views and adrenaline-pumping challenges. Number 17. Lake Natron, Tanzania. In the heart of Tanzania's Rift Valley, a lake of otherworldly beauty and hidden danger shimmers under the African sun. Lake Natron, named after the mineral natron, is a salt and soda lake that's as deadly as it is breathtaking. The lake's striking red hue comes from the cyanobacteria that thrive in its alkaline waters, which can reach a pH level of 10.5, nearly as high as ammonia. But it's not just the water's composition that makes Lake Natron so dangerous. Temperatures here can soar to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, making it one of the hottest places on Earth. The combination of extreme heat and alkalinity has a macabre effect on any animals that die in the lake. The high mineral content of the water calcifies their bodies, turning them into eerie, stone-like statues. Despite the harsh conditions, Lake Natron is a vital breeding ground for the endangered lesser flamingo, which finds safety on the isolated shores. For those brave enough to approach its waters, Lake Natron offers a haunting glimpse into a world where beauty and death intertwine. Number 16. Death Valley, California. Straddling the border of California and Nevada, Death Valley is a land of extremes. This vast desert basin is the hottest, driest, and lowest place in North America, with temperatures regularly soaring above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. In 1913, Death Valley recorded the highest temperature ever measured on Earth, a blistering 134 degrees Fahrenheit. But it's not just heat that makes Death Valley so dangerous. The valley floor sits 282 feet below sea level, creating a barren landscape of salt flats, sand dunes, and parched earth. Water is scarce, and those who venture unprepared into the desert risk dehydration and heat stroke. Despite the harsh conditions, Death Valley is home to a surprising array of life. Resilient plants and animals like bighorn sheep and desert pupfish have adapted to survive in this unforgiving environment. And if you time your visit just right, you might witness one of Death Valley's most spectacular phenomena, the sailing stones. These large rocks, some weighing up to 700 pounds, leave long trails in the dried mud, appearing to move on their own. Scientists believe that a rare combination of rain, ice, and wind propels the stones across the desert floor, creating a mystery that has captivated visitors for decades. Number 15. Danakil Desert, Ethiopia. In the scorching heart of Ethiopia lies a place so inhospitable that it's earned the moniker Hell on Earth. The Danakil Desert, a vast expanse of salt flats, volcanic craters, and bubbling hot springs, is a land of extremes. With an average year-round temperature of 95 degrees Fahrenheit and daytime highs regularly soaring above 122 degrees Fahrenheit, it's one of the hottest places on the planet. But heat is not the only thing that makes the Danakil Desert so dangerous. The region is home to the Danakil Depression, a geological wonder that sits 410 feet below sea level. Here, the Earth's crust is stretched thin, allowing magma to rise to the surface and create an otherworldly landscape of active volcanoes, acidic hot springs, and toxic gas vents. Despite the harsh conditions, life finds a way in the Danakil Desert. The Afar people, a nomadic tribe known for their resilience, traverse the region with their camel caravans, mining salt from the ancient lake beds. But even they avoid the depression's most dangerous areas, where the ground can suddenly give way to reveal boiling pockets of sulfuric acid. Number 14. Valley of Death, Russia. Deep in the far reaches of Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula, a valley of death lies waiting. The Kikpinik Valley, known to locals as the Valley of Death, is a place where the earth itself seems to be alive, breathing toxic gases that can kill in a matter of minutes. The valley, which is located in the shadow of the Kikpinik volcano, is a barren wasteland devoid of life. The ground is littered with the bones of animals that have wandered too close, their bodies mummified by the toxic fumes that seep from the earth. But it's not just animals that have fallen victim to the Valley of Death. In 1975, a group of Soviet geologists set out to explore the valley, hoping to uncover its secrets. They were never seen again, their bodies discovered months later, preserved by the very gases that had claimed their lives. Scientists believe the valley's deadly reputation is the result of a unique combination of geological factors. The Kikpinik volcano is one of the most active in the region, and its frequent eruptions have created a network of underground caverns and fissures that allow toxic gases to escape to the surface. These gases, which include carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, and sulfur dioxide, are heavier than air and can accumulate in low-lying areas, creating invisible death traps for any living thing that wanders too close. The high concentration of gases also prevents the normal decomposition of organic matter, leaving behind a macabre tableau of mummified corpses. Number 13. North Sentinel Island, India. In the azure waters of the Bay of Bengal, a mysterious island looms, its secrets fiercely guarded by a people lost in time. North Sentinel Island, a mere speck on the map, is home to the Sentinelese, a tribe that has rejected the modern world, choosing instead to live in isolation, as they have for centuries. Little is known about the Sentinelese, for they have made it clear that outsiders are not welcome. Those who have attempted to make contact have been met with a hail of arrows and spears, a stark warning to all who would dare to breach their sacred shores. The Indian government, recognizing the Sentinelese's desire for solitude, has declared the island off-limits, a rare example of a nation respecting the wishes of indigenous people. But the allure of the unknown is a powerful force, and there are those who cannot resist the siren song of this forbidden land. In 2018, a young American missionary paid the ultimate price for his curiosity. John Allen Chow, driven by a misguided desire to convert the Sentinelese to Christianity, paddled ashore, never to return. Number 12. Devon Island, Canada. In the frigid waters of the Canadian Arctic, a barren island holds the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe. Devon Island, the largest uninhabited island on Earth, is a place where the landscape is so alien, so inhospitable, that it's often used as a training ground for astronauts preparing to explore the surface of Mars. Located in the territory of Nunavut, Devon Island is a vast expanse of polar desert, its surface scarred by the remnants of ancient glaciers and meteor impacts. The island's terrain is so similar to that of Mars that NASA has been using it as a testing ground for its Mars rovers since the 1990s. But it's not just the landscape that makes Devon Island so unique. The island is also home to the Houghton Impact Crater, a 14-mile-wide scar on the Earth's surface that was created by a meteor impact some 39 million years ago. The crater is one of the best preserved on Earth, and its geology is strikingly similar to that of Mars. Despite its inhospitable environment, Devon Island is not entirely devoid of life. The island is home to a small research station, the Houghton Mars Project, which is operated by the Mars Institute and the SETI Institute. The station serves as a base for scientists and engineers working to develop new technologies for exploring Mars's surface. Number 11, Centralia, Pennsylvania. In the heart of Pennsylvania's coal country lies a town that's been burning for over half a century. Centralia, once a thriving community of over 1,000 residents, now resembles a post-apocalyptic wasteland with abandoned streets, crumbling buildings, and smoke rising from the ground. The town's downfall began in 1962 when a fire at a local landfill inadvertently spread to an abandoned coal mine beneath the surface. The fire quickly grew out of control, feeding on the rich deposits of anthracite coal that honeycomb the area. Attempts to extinguish the blaze proved futile, and as the fire spread, it began to release toxic gases and cause sinkholes to open up without warning. As the dangers mounted, the government stepped in and began relocating residents. By the 1990s, most of Centralia's population had fled, leaving behind a ghost town. But a handful of stubborn residents refused to leave, clinging to their homes despite the risks. Number 10, Gomantong Caves, Malaysia. Deep in the heart of Borneo's rainforest lies a complex of caves that's home to one of the world's most prized delicacies, edible birds' nests. The Gomantong Caves, located in the Malaysian state of Sabah, are a network of limestone caverns that stretch for miles beneath the Earth's surface. But it's not just the size of the caves that makes them remarkable. The Gomantong Caves are home to millions of swiftlets, small birds that build their nests using their own saliva. These nests, which are made entirely of hardened saliva, are highly prized in Chinese cuisine for their supposed medicinal properties and unique texture. Harvesting the nests is a dangerous and time-consuming process. Twice a year, During the swiftlet's nesting season, skilled climbers scale the cave walls on flimsy bamboo ladders, using only the light of their torches to navigate the treacherous terrain. They carefully remove the nests, leaving enough behind to ensure the swiftlets will return the following year. The nests are then cleaned and processed, with the highest quality specimens fetching thousands of dollars per pound. Number 9. Jacuzzi of Despair, Gulf of Mexico. Deep beneath the surface of the Gulf of Mexico, a hidden killer lurks. The Jacuzzi of Despair, a brine pool located 3,300 feet below the waves, is a toxic oasis in the midst of the ocean's depths. The pool, which measures 100 feet in diameter and 12 feet deep, is filled with a deadly cocktail of salt, methane, and hydrogen sulfide. The concentration of salt in the water is 4 times higher than that of the surrounding ocean, making it dense enough to sink to the bottom and form a distinct layer. But it's the methane and hydrogen sulfide that make the Jacuzzi of Despair so deadly. Methane, a potent greenhouse gas, displaces oxygen in the water, making it impossible for most forms of life to survive. Hydrogen sulfide, a toxic gas that smells like rotten eggs, is equally lethal, capable of killing humans in concentrations as low as 800 parts per million. Despite its deadly reputation, the Jacuzzi of Despair is home to a unique ecosystem of extremophiles, organisms that thrive in the harshest conditions imaginable. These creatures, which include species of shrimp, tube worms, and mussels, have evolved to survive in the absence of sunlight and oxygen, relying instead on chemosynthesis to produce energy. Number 8. Belitz Heilstätten Hospital, Germany. In the heart of Germany, a once grand hospital complex lies in ruins, its corridors echoing with the whispers of a dark and troubled past. Belitz Heilstätten, a sprawling network of buildings that dates back to the late 19th century, has borne witness to some of the most tumultuous events of the 20th century. Its walls hold secrets that are both fascinating and deeply unsettling. Built in 1898 as a sanatorium for tuberculosis patients, Belitz Heilstätten quickly became a symbol of cutting-edge medical care, with its airy wards and manicured gardens offering respite to those battling the deadly disease. But as the 20th century dawned, the hospital's purpose began to shift, and it found itself drawn into the vortex of history. During World War I, Belitz Heilstätten served as a military hospital, treating soldiers wounded on the front lines. It was here that a young corporal named Adolf Hitler was brought after being injured in the leg during the Battle of the Somme. Hitler would spend several months recuperating at the hospital, an experience that some historians believe helped to shape his twisted worldview. As the Nazis rose to power in the 1930s, Belitz Heilstätten once again found itself at the center of the storm. The hospital was used as a training ground for Nazi doctors who conducted grisly experiments on patients in the name of science. During World War II, the hospital was bombed by Allied forces, and its once grand buildings were reduced to rubble. In the decades that followed, Belitz Heilstätten fell into disrepair, its wards and corridors slowly crumbling as nature reclaimed the land. But even in its decaying state, the hospital has continued to capture the imagination of those who dare explore its haunted halls. Some say ghosts from the past still linger here, their anguished cries echoing through the abandoned wards. Others claim to have seen apparitions of Nazi doctors and wounded soldiers, their spectral forms forever trapped within the hospital's walls. Number 7. The Door to Hell, Turkmenistan. In the barren deserts of Turkmenistan, a place of endless sand and scorching heat, lies a portal to the underworld. Known simply as the Door to Hell, this fiery crater has been burning for over half a century. The story of the Door to Hell begins in 1971, when Soviet geologists were drilling for natural gas in the Karakum Desert. Suddenly, the ground beneath their feet collapsed, revealing a massive cavern filled with poisonous methane gas. Fearing that the gas would escape and poison nearby villages, the geologists set the cavern ablaze, hoping to burn off the methane in a matter of days. But the fire did not go out. Instead, it grew, fed by the endless supply of gas beneath the Earth's surface. For decades, the door to hell has continued to burn, piercing from the bowels of the Earth, its flames visible from miles away. In the years since its creation, the door to hell has become a strange and macabre tourist attraction, drawing visitors from around the world who come to gaze upon its fiery depths. Some say the crater is a glimpse into the afterlife, a portal to a realm of eternal torment and suffering. Number 6. The Eye, Argentina. In the remote reaches of the Paraná Delta in Argentina, a mysterious island has captured the imagination of scientists and conspiracy theorists alike. The Eye, as it's come to be known, is a perfectly circular island that appears to rotate on its own axis, a phenomenon that has defied explanation for decades. The island, which measures 130 feet in diameter, was first discovered in the 1970s by a local fisherman. Since then, it's become the subject of intense speculation and investigation, with theories ranging from alien involvement to natural water currents. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Eye is its perfect circular shape, which seems too precise to be the result of natural processes. Some researchers have suggested that the island may be the remains of an ancient impact crater, while others believe it could be the result of a long-forgotten human settlement. But perhaps the most compelling theory is that the Eye is a product of the region's unique hydrological conditions. The Paraná Delta is a complex network of rivers, streams, and wetlands with constantly shifting water levels and currents. Some scientists believe that these currents may be responsible for the island's rotation, creating a vortex effect that keeps it spinning in place. Despite years of research and investigation, the true nature of the Eye remains a mystery. But for those who have seen it firsthand, it's a reminder of the incredible wonders that still exist in the world, waiting to be discovered by those with the courage and curiosity to seek them out. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. Recently, an adventurer exploring the Amazon rainforest reported a bizarre discovery. According to his account, he got separated from his group and stumbled upon something straight out of a classic adventure novel. He claims that the river he was following reached a dead end, blocked by what appeared to be a massive man-made wall with a giant door, and the water flowed beneath it. He attempted to pass through but was unsuccessful. Fearing for his safety, he turned back and eventually reunited with his group after days of searching. Could this be a genuine discovery or an elaborate hoax? Let us know in the comments. Number 5. Zone of Silence, Mexico. In the barren desert of northern Mexico, a strange and silent place has long been the source of mystery and speculation. The Zone of Silence, a remote area located in the state of Durango, is a place where compasses spin out of control, radio signals are inexplicably lost, and strange lights fill the night sky. The zone, which covers an area of approximately 1,500 square miles, was first discovered in the 1930s by a pilot who claimed to have experienced a strange phenomenon while flying over the region. Since then, countless reports of unusual activity have emerged, from tales of UFO sightings to claims of ancient alien artifacts buried beneath the sand. But while the Zone of Silence has long been a magnet for conspiracy theorists and paranormal enthusiasts, there may be a more mundane explanation for its strange properties. Scientists believe that the region's unique geology, which includes large deposits of magnetite and other minerals, may be responsible for disrupting radio signals and interfering with navigation equipment. Number 4. Kawah Ijen Volcano, Indonesia. On the Indonesian island of Java, a menacing volcano looms, its depths hiding a mesmerizing secret. Kawah Ijen, a 9,000-foot behemoth, is home to the world's largest acidic crater lake, and a labyrinth of sulfur mines that extend deep into the earth. But it's at night that Kawa Ijin truly comes alive. As darkness falls, an otherworldly glow emanates from the depths of the crater, an electric blue light that seems to defy the laws of nature. This phenomenon, known as the blue flame, is the result of sulfuric gases igniting as they come into contact with the oxygen-rich air above the lake. The sight is both beautiful and terrifying. Miners, armed with nothing more than gas masks and steel bars, descend into the crater each night to extract the precious sulfur that fuels the blue flames. It's a dangerous job, with exposure to toxic gases and the risk of injury ever present. But despite the risks, the miners persist, drawn by the promise of a better life for their families. And for those brave enough to venture to the edge of the crater, the reward is a glimpse into a world unlike any other. A world where fire and brimstone collide with the beauty of nature in a dance that has captivated humans for centuries. Number 3. Hranice Abyss, Czech Republic. In the heart of the Czech Republic, a dark and mysterious place beckons those who dare explore its depths. The Hranice Abyss, the deepest known freshwater cave in the world, is a place where the rules of the surface world no longer apply, where the darkness holds secrets that have yet to be uncovered. Located in the Moravian karst region of the Czech Republic, the Hranice Abyss is a water-filled sinkhole that extends more than 1,300 feet below the surface. But recent studies suggest that the cave may be even deeper, with some estimates putting its total depth at over 3,200 feet. The cave's formation is a mystery, with geologists unsure of exactly how it came to be. Some believe it was formed by the collapse of an underground cavern, while others suggest that it may be the result of a massive meteor impact millions of years ago. Regardless of its origins, the Hranice Abyss is a place of unparalleled beauty and mystery. The walls of the cave are lined with intricate rock formations, sculpted by the flowing water over countless millennia. The water itself is crystal clear, allowing divers to see deep into the abyss below. But exploring the Hranice Abyss is not for the faint of heart. The water is cold, just a few degrees above freezing, and the darkness is absolute. Divers must rely on specialized equipment and training to navigate the treacherous underwater landscape with the ever-present risk of getting lost or running out of air. Number 2. Cape Melville, Australia. In the rugged wilderness of northeastern Australia, a lost world is waiting to be discovered. Cape Melville, a remote peninsula that juts out into the Coral Sea, is a place of unparalleled natural beauty and scientific wonder, where new species are being discovered even in the 21st century. Located on the Cape York Peninsula in Queensland, Cape Melville is a place of steep cliffs, dense rainforests, and crystal-clear streams. The region is so remote and inaccessible that much of it has never been fully explored, with many areas remaining virtually untouched by human hands. But in recent years, scientists have begun to uncover the secrets of Cape Melville, and what they have found has astonished them. In 2013, a team of researchers from James Cook University and National Geographic discovered 3 new species of animals living on the Cape: a leaf-tailed gecko, a golden skink, and a boulder-dwelling frog. The discovery was all the more remarkable because the animals were found living in a relatively small area, a plateau of granite boulders that rises up from the surrounding rainforest. The team dubbed the area Cape Melville's Lost World, a nod to the prehistoric nature of the animals and the isolation of their habitat. But the discoveries didn't stop there. In the years since, researchers have continued to explore Cape Melville, uncovering even more new species and shedding light on the unique ecology of the region. The Cape is home to a variety of endemic species, including several species of plants and insects that are found nowhere else on Earth. The rugged terrain and isolation of Cape Melville have helped to preserve its unique biodiversity, but they also make it a challenging place to study. researchers must contend with steep cliffs, dense vegetation, and the ever-present danger of venomous snakes and spiders. Number 1. Star and Nakanai Mountains, Papua New Guinea. In the remote jungles of Papua New Guinea, a lost world is waiting to be discovered. The Star Mountains and Nakanai Mountains, two of the most isolated and unexplored regions on Earth, are home to a treasure trove of biodiversity and scientific wonder that has captivated researchers for decades. Located on the island of New Guinea, the Star Mountains and Nakanai Mountains are a rugged and inhospitable place, with steep cliffs, dense rainforests, and raging rivers that make exploration a daunting challenge. But for those brave enough to venture into these uncharted lands, the rewards are immeasurable. In recent years, scientists have begun to uncover the secrets of these mountains, and what they have found has astonished them. The region is home to an incredible array of endemic species, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. From the tree kangaroos and cassowaries that roam the forest floor to the birds of paradise that soar through the canopy, the biodiversity of the Star Mountains and Nakanai Mountains is truly staggering. But perhaps the most remarkable discoveries have been made in the region's cave systems. The Nakanai Mountains are home to some of the largest and deepest caves in the world, with underground rivers and chambers that stretch for miles beneath the surface. In these subterranean worlds, scientists have discovered entirely new ecosystems, with unique species of fish, crustaceans, and insects that have evolved to thrive in the darkness. Some of these species are so isolated that they have been cut off from the outside world for millions of years, making them living fossils that offer a glimpse into the planet's evolutionary past. Despite the incredible biodiversity and scientific value of the Star Mountains and Nakanai Mountains, much of the region remains unexplored and poorly understood. The rugged terrain and isolation of the mountains have made them difficult to study, with many areas remaining virtually untouched by human hands. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.